Hi, my name is Bob Ricks, and in this video I'll be talking about Go buttons. These are the buttons you set up on sheets to link them to other sheets and launch all kinds of pop-ups. You can do so many things with Go buttons. Let's take a look. First, let's go ahead and add a Go button to this sheet. I have a little software asset sheet that we're starting with. I'm going to go over to the main menu, Page Designers, Cell Manager, and click Add Cell. One of the kinds of cells that we can add are called specialty cells. The first one in specialty cells is called a Go button. So this is where you're going to find it. So I'm going to go ahead and add a Go button. First I have to give a name for the Go button. That's what appears on the button itself. I'll just call it My Button. Click Next. And now I select the kind of Go button. Just to show you how it works, why don't I start out by adding a little button that will pull up a currency converter. So I can go over to Launch Web URL, go ahead and paste a URL in there. I have one right now to launch a currency converter. I'm going to click Next, and we're going to go ahead and put it on the page. I'll go ahead and put it above this cell over here. There you go. I have a little button that I added. If I click on this, suddenly it's going to pop up a little currency converter. So what I just did with this Go button is I just added currency conversion to this sheet just by clicking, adding a Go button cell, and of course assigning that cell to a URL. But there's a lot of different kinds of Go buttons. They're used for so many different types of things. So in this video what we're going to do is we're just going to go over those different kinds of Go buttons that you can set up. So I'm going to go back over here. And let's go look at the attributes of this particular one. I'm going to go to Other Cell Settings. Go over here. Destination, and now these are all the different kinds of Go buttons that you can set up. The first option is Go to New Page. That one just allows you to go to another Webigami sheet where you're going to go fill out that sheet. That's why it's a new page. The second option, Go to Page, that can go to an existing page that's already been set up. Pretty useful. When you go to New Page, you may want to link this sheet to another sheet. To link the two, all you really have to do is set up the new page. If you want to reference information already on a page, you just set up a link to Go to Page. The Go to Report, well, after you've created reports, you can just put buttons on here that go right to the report from your sheet. That's really important because sometimes when you're filling out a sheet, you want to reference information. So why not just set up a report and then just put a button here to that report. Exit to Home Page. Well, when you're creating applications, you might have sheets that link to other sheets, and maybe you want to provide a link for the staff to go back to the home page of your account. Well, that will do that. These next three different go-tos over here, Launch How To, Load Slideshow, and Load Mobile Help, those are all different ways to have a button that when you click it, it brings up a little pop-up that you can fill with all kinds of how-to information, or a whole slideshow of multiple pages, or even sophisticated bubble help, which has different screens that point to different cells to help the person understand what's actually going on that sheet. So Go buttons can actually launch how-to, slideshows, and bubble help. Keep in mind that how-tos, slideshows, and bubble help are set up under the extensions. Launch Web URL, we just use that to pull up a currency converter, but of course you could use that to pull up things like Google Maps and links to certain web pages that you might have set up external to this application. Basically, you can use it to pop up a window to any URL that's out on the web. This option here is really quite useful. Let's say you have a PDF with some instructions or other kinds of notes or a chart. You can actually just attach that PDF right here to this sheet, and when the person clicks a button, they can just bring up that PDF. This option here is really useful when you want to create applications where you have a button that loads information into the sheet. You can actually tie a button to a search called a Find Profile that you can set up in the extensions area, which searches databases, produces some results, and actually fills different cells of the sheet from the results of that report. So that's what this is for. And then, last but not least, you can actually set up a formula or a complete calculation, so when you click it, it'll perform that calculation on the sheet. And that's another option that you have with regard to the Go buttons. So there you have it. That's the Go button in a nutshell. As you can see, Go buttons give you all different kinds of ways to make your Webigami sheet better. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave us a comment below or send us a message on our customer support line. We're here to make your operations great.